Okay, I want to do a little video here to show you one of my rental properties. I am back in Florida. If you haven't been to the channel before, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. And if you haven't subscribed before, please hit that subscribe button if you find value in this video. But the point of this video I want to do is I want to show you one of my rental properties and show you that I do all the work in these things. I'm not hiring people to do this stuff. I manage them all myself. If you've been following me, you know that I moved to St. Thomas and I haven't been back to Florida to see my rental properties in about 6 months. I've been doing everything long distance, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what happened over the last 6 months of me not being here. Some of the good, some of the bad, some of the ugly. One of the things, you can see this beautiful new wall that I've just constructed. This was one of the main reasons that I came back here. This house is made out of cinder block, and I think what was happening was people were setting the air conditioner to 50 degrees, and then the sun hits this north side of the house and heats it up, and I think that I was getting condensation behind all the walls are wood paneling. If you can see the grooves, I just painted it white. I didn't replace the wood paneling. So I was getting condensation behind this wall, and the wood paneling was starting to delaminate and the paint was peeling off and it looked horrible, and renters, this is a short-term rental, they kept telling me they thought I had a leak in the roof, which I know I don't because I put a brand new roof on the house. I'll put you a picture of what this looked like before. But I just completed this little remodel. I love doing this Tiki stuff. I am in a house that we call the Tiki house. I'm going to run you outside and I'm going to show you what the yard looks like after 6 months of neglect. I thought it was being taken care of, but it wasn't. And then I'll take you back inside and I'll give you a quick tour and show you what I did in this house. So thanks for coming by, and this is going to be an interesting video, so stick around. We had condensation happening behind this wood paneling. So we started to pull all the wood paneling off, but I broke a hole in here, and I could see in behind here that the furring strips are solid. There's no water damage. The water wasn't coming in from underneath this window or around the door. I think people were just setting the thermostat to 50 degrees, and this is, as you can see, this is a cinder block wall behind here, which was causing condensation to happen. I just pulled the whole, the paneling was delaminating, so it's coming off in layers. So I just pulled the whole first layer of this off, and we were going to try to pull all this off, but there's just a 1/2 inch furring strip behind here. So instead of pulling all this off and trying to insulate it, we're just going to go right over the top of it with our new Tiki panels. We're going to do a new design that we haven't done before. We're going to do bamboo on bamboo and the lua lua, bamboo bamboo. And we'll see how this looks. So here we go, another project at the Tiki house. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I have one renter that rents my house twice a year during bike week. We have a fall and a winter bike week, or a spring and a fall. And I asked him one day if there was many weeds in the yard because I rocked this whole yard before we left, so I would have zero maintenance. And he said, yeah, there were some weeds going through here, so I called the guy to kill the weeds. But now, the shadows aren't the greatest here, but I have all these dead weeds that just, it looks like a ghost town. It looks horrible. So we had a bunch of weeds grow in here. I had the weed guy come and kill them, but I didn't anticipate all these dead weeds. And then I'll take you into the project area. So, we still got all my, I decided to do this video before I put all my tools away so that you can see I can actually do a little bit of remodel work myself. So when I bought this place, this was all 3-inch thick shag carpet, green appliances, there was a wall, there was cabinets all across here, and this was a garage. So I turned the garage into what is now affectionately called the Tiki room. I put in this glass garage door because I I hate it when people turn a garage into living area and then they wall this off, and then you have a driveway that dead ends into a wall, and you know it was a garage. So I just decided to make it look like a garage. It lets in all this killer natural light, but I put a board up there so that this door doesn't open. I could just see my Airbnb guests in here smoking cigarettes with the door open and the air conditioning cranked down to 50 degrees. So we got the foosball table, we got the tiki bar, and we got darts, we got games in this closet here. We got a laundry room. We provide our guests with a beach cart so they can wheel their stuff down to the beach, and we have beach chairs, and they've got a couple coolers that they can use. So I did all this myself. This was just cinder block walls and concrete floor. And I'll give you a quick little tour of the rest of the house. I call this the bamboo room. I built these bamboo beds. We got 2 queen beds in here. And I kept the retro green tile in the bathroom because I think it fits with my whole tiki motif. Got the tiki shower curtain. This I call the map room. We got all these cool Caribbean maps on the wall. Let's see, one of these is St. Thomas. I live right there on St. Thomas. But we got a triple bunk bed in here. This is actually a trundle bed on the bottom that pulls out, so it sleeps 3 kids in here. We're doing inventory, so this is my owner's closet. I keep all the linens and towels and cleaning things for the cleaning crew. This is the 3rd bedroom, king size bed in here. This is supposed to kind of be the safari room. It's kind of got these African style masks in here. And this dude, super sad face guy. And then the master. I use the same grass cloth stuff here for the headboard. I used all this mid-century modern furniture. I called my design Tiki Modern. I thought I invented it till somebody showed me a book that somebody wrote called Tiki Modern. I kept these old 1960s style lights. My wife hated these, but I thought they went with the style too. And then I just framed out the old mirror with this tiki trim that I routed. Got a shower there. So that is the tiki house. I put these cool tiki light switches in everywhere. Things are like $20 a piece, but I think they look cool. I'll show you the backyard. Here's the kitchen, in case you missed it. This is called Havana. It looks like we just went to Old San Juan, and they have the blue bricks in the street. That used to be the old ballast bricks from the boats, and it reminded me of my kitchen. I think it looks pretty cool. And I'll show you even my mistakes I made in the remodel. When my cabinets came, I was supposed to cut this filler piece in half, and I forgot. So when I measured it, the quartz countertops came before I realized that I forgot to cut that. So everything is about 2 inches too long, and now my light switch is covered up by the refrigerator. But that's okay for one small mistake. Here's the backyard. I put in this pool. This used to just be a jungle out here. So we've got the pool. I rocked all this as well. We've got outdoor dining area. The weeds are taking over back here as well. So I've got a guy coming to get this yard whipped back into shape. Put in the fake turf with the cornhole. And then we put in this fake grass here as well. All those chairs over there go here, but it's winter time, so I need to get somebody to blow all these leaves out. And some of my plants are dead. And this is the Tiki hut. It used to have tiki grass on the roof, but it got messed up in the hurricane. And I made these concrete tiki dudes. I made these myself with a concrete mold that I got. And here is the Tiki hut. Got a little mini fridge out here, some seating. Kind of a mess right now because everything in this house is. But you can see all the router work I did on all the trim everywhere. It was a lot of fun. I tell you what, I burned up some router bits making this house. I was kind of sad when I finished. So that is the tour of the Tiki house. Oh, there's also outdoor shower here so you can rinse the sand off before you get in the pool. Which, oh, this is broken. I just broke it. Okay, one more job to do while I'm in Florida. And then we also rent the house with this golf cart, which looks like it needs a good wash too. And my bamboo trees are dead. Okay, I've got you here in the bathroom with me. I want to recap a couple of things that we've learned from leaving our rental properties unattended for 6 months. One thing we learned, it's hard to see, but these metal rings are starting to rust. So I'm going to replace these with plastic ones. It's making this whole thing look rusty and bad. And my fancy metal toilet scrubber is rusting and leaving a spot on the floor, replacing it with a cheap plastic one. So my expensive, pretty things that I got are mostly being replaced with plastic ones. Another thing is, even if you had your cleaning crew clean it, if your house sits empty for a month or two before somebody checks in, look at these lizard poops. Great, the lizards are keeping my bug population down, but the poops behind the couch and in corners of the house don't look very nice. So be sure to have somebody come in and do a little refresher. Maybe the light, yeah, the light's probably better like this. Have somebody come in and do a little refresher cleaning before your guests check in if your property's been sitting for a little while. And another thing is to pay somebody to keep up with your yard work. Otherwise it's going to get out of control, and then your poor wife will be out here pulling weeds on your vacation back to Florida, and she'll give you this face.
Somebody's gonna pay me.
See that face? You don't want that face. So just pay somebody monthly to keep up with this, and then you don't have this gross, annoying hassle when you come back 6 months later. Also, nobody's going to water your plants for you or put the cover on the golf cart like they're supposed to. And these cutesy little solar tiki lights, they're just dead. The batteries are dead. Nobody took care of them. So the moral, I think, is the more little cutesy things you put out, they're not going to get taken care of. So minimalism is the key. I'm replanting new plants here just because I have these big pots. We'll try to come back maybe in 3 months. These have survived. I don't know what kind of plants these are, but they survive. So whatever drought tolerant things you can get obviously are better. I don't know how this thing's holding up. Pretty good. So yeah, the less you can do, the better, really.
Please subscribe.